Hey everyone, Latin here, and we are kicking off Season 3 Go Battle League. And we are starting off with a bang with that beast Shadow Machamp, which I got during Go Fest as a Shadow Machamp. And supporting will be Hypno and Registeel. So let's take a look at this powerful Pokemon here. In the rankings on PvPoke, the Shadow form actually does much better. It is rated much higher than the normal form, about 19 ranks higher. It picks up wins against a lot of commonly used Pokemon, especially the flyers, which is amazing. Altaria and Skarmory, it actually picks up wins against those. And the commonly used steel types Galarian Stunfisk and Registeel, which are core to the meta right now. It is weak to a few meta Pokemon as well, which is why I have Hypno and Registeel supporting. I have Hypno running Thunder Punch to deal with that Azumarill, and Registeel also deals with Azumarill as well, and all those psychic types like Deoxys, Hypno, Cresselia. Registeel is there to deal with those, and Toxicroak. My Hypno running Confusion will make short work of that Toxicroak. So this is a really balanced team with good coverage and bulk and attacking power. And this is my Machamp. Those are the IVs. You want as low attack as possible and high defense and HP to give it as much bulk as possible, because you know shadow Pokemon have less bulk than the normal types. They're a little more glassy. And so here we go, my Hypno against this Skarmory. The Thunder Punch makes it an excellent Skarmory counter, and I'm able to just confusion it down in the end there. Good game. This matchup coming here, my Machamp faces up against a horrible lead. Those charms from this fairy type will absolutely drain my Machamp, so I switch to my steel type to counter the fairy, and they bring in their Alolan Raichu. It will resist my both of my moves. The Focus Blast will be resisted by a psychic type, the Flash Cannon by the electric type. I went for a Focus Blast there. I choose the shield to stay in the game and try to take this out and win the advantage. So let's see how this goes. Will this Focus Blast be enough? It has been nerfed, so it's doing less damage now. They use up all of their shields. All of their shields are gone. So at this point, what is important? Yes, I shield, and I really need to win this switch advantage here, because they have that fairy type in the back, which I do not want my Machamp to meet up. Unfortunately, they're able to win the advantage. I bring back in my Machamp, and I am sure I can tank this Thunder Punch. I do take it out, and here's where I got a lot of lag. GBL Season 3 started off with a lot of lag. It's lag central. I'm sure everyone is experiencing it. Still experiencing the lag here. This was a ridiculous amount of lag, but my Machamp has gone down, and it's up to my Hypno now to take out this Granbull. Fortunately for me, the lag seemed to have finished for me, but not for my opponent, and that's just how it is. I capitalize on it, and I'm able to have a lot of energy saved up here for this Altaria. The lag happens to everyone, so if it happens less to you than to your opponent, just take the opportunity and take the win, because there'll be times when you lose because of the lag, so it evens out. And yeah, there's nothing this Altaria can do right now. Not much it can do, and down it goes. But they really have to do something about all this lag that we've been experiencing since the start of Season 3. So this is an interesting matchup. Usually Skarmory, a flying type, would take out any fighting types, but Machamp actually wins in the 1-1 shield situation. They block that first move, and all I have to do is block this move, shield this move, and I will be able to counter it down, or actually get to another cross chop and take it out. So what are they going to do? They choose to use up all of their shields, and I switch immediately to my Registeel to keep that Machamp alive, and of course I have the advantage of one shield. It's so much safer to switch into your safe switch when you have the shield advantage, and yeah, they just give up because that fairy stood no chance against my steel. This is another great matchup lead. Lapras ice type is weak to fighting, and they make a great switch there to tank this cross chop with their Venusaur, which would resist because of its poison typing. Unfortunately for them, I have a Hypno with Confusion, and that Confusion will absolutely drain the life out of that poison typed Venusaur. And one Thunder Punch for this Galarian Stunfisk. The best thing I have against it is my Shadow Ball. I guess I was trying to shield bait with that Thunder Punch. And yes, that's why I put Shadow Ball. One of the reasons I put Shadow Ball on my Hypno is to be able to hold its own to some extent against Galarian Stunfisk, which is so prevalent in the Great League. I bring out a great counter for this Galarian Stunfisk, my Machamp, and I can counter it down because the steel typing is weak to fighting. Back out comes the Lapras, and it has to shield. We are on even shields right now, and of course I'm going to stay in with this Machamp and try to counter down this Lapras. This cross chop should do it unless they use a shield. They do. Can I take it out with just fast moves? I can, and I have and I take the game there. This match, a wonderful lead again. Shiftry stands no chance. The dark typing weak against fighting. They switch into Azumarill, and I switch into my Hypno, which has Thunder Punch for exactly this situation. Those Thunder Punches don't do that much damage to the bulky Azumarill, but they add up. It only takes about three or four Confusions to charge up to one Thunder Punch. And of course that Confusion damage adds up, and Azumarill usually goes down to a Hypno that has at least one shield on it. Yeah, I could have predicted that Hydro Pump a mile away. I'm down a shield, but I do have the switch advantage. So I do not really have any good moves. My Hypno does not have any good moves against this this Shiftry, but that's okay. I'll just let it go down and bring back out my Machamp, which just needs to counter it down. Actually, I did not bring in my Machamp. I brought in the Registeel, probably because I wanted to let that Shiftry use out its energy on the Registeel and then switch to my Machamp. And look at this Altaria. Look at how this Machamp handles this Altaria. That Rock Slide absolutely drained it of life, and it's actually going to get countered down. When is the last time you saw an Altaria get countered down? Those punches with that attack boost from the Shadow just does a lot of damage to anything, to almost everything in this meta. And I doubt this Shiftry can take out my Registeel before I reach to 2 Flash Cannons. It doesn't really have any super effective moves against this steel typing of this Registeel. And this match is as good as one. So there we have it, my starting off team for GBL Season 3 Great League. I hope it gave you some good ideas on what teams you might want to use. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in future videos.